Hi, folks. This is the first problem in the second week homework of the CAD course. And you're asked to create this object, but using Boolean operation. And the way I'm going to do it is I make an outer piece, and then an inner piece, and then a cylinder. And the Boolean operation is add the first two and then subtract or remove the cylinder from the result. But I want to do this thing in bodies. On purpose, I'm going to create these three things in bodies and then copy and paste them as a special paste with a link. Okay? And we have talked about this thing in class and the rationale behind why I do it this way. Okay, so let's start with a part file right there. Okay. And immediately I save this into a folder. So file, save management, save as. I have a folder here, week 2, problem 1. And just remember that saving is a very critical thing because you have to do this thing during the test, okay? You have to practice things until you're happy. Now, on that horizontal plane, now notice that I want to create the body. So insert bodies, body 2, and that's going to be the outer case. So on that plane, on that horizontal plane, I will sketch something that looks like that. And please keep in mind that there are so many different ways of doing these things. And this is just one way. And you do it any way you want as long as it works. So okay. Now notice that first of all, these two are not concentric, so let me make them concentric. This control that and make it concentric. Okay, all right, I don't need this, remove that. So I'm going to mirror all of these. So mirror all of these, mirror it with respect to that. There we are. And we can always check this. So for example, if I select that and move it, you can see, over there's a problem here. Okay, so Control Z. It's always a good idea to check these things. And the problem may be that, yeah. So let's do the following. So this normal direction. Okay. So let me make these two tangent to each other. Okay. Let me make these two tangent to each other. Okay, and these two tangent to each other. And then we're going to check to see if it's doing what it's supposed to. Let's see now if I grab this. Yeah, that's better, much better. Okay, now we're going to put some dimensions here. Now the dimensions that I have in the drawing, this is 75. This radius is, I believe, 25. Okay, and this, oh, sorry, this one is 23 actually. Is it 23? Let me check. 23 and 25 and 20. 15 here, 15 for that, radius 30. not 25, 30, radius 30. Okay. So let's make this thing 30. Twenty-three. This radius is 23, and this radius is 30. Good. Okay. Very good. Exit. And then we're going to pad it, mirror extend, 25 in each directions. There we are. So because you can see that this is 50, okay? So 25 up, 25 down, and that's what I have. Okay, good. So let's go back here. Now, on this face, I will sketch a circle. I'll use an I'll do the following. Why don't I project that line into that plane? Try it again. Project. That is okay. So I want to use it to make my circle here. So let me use an arc. Starting there, going there. Okay. And then close that. Okay. And let me change this into construction. Where is the construction? Construction line. Okay. So let me reset all my toolbars so that this comes back because it may be hiding somewhere. I can't find it. So we go tools, customize, toolbars, reset all, restore all. Okay. So sketch tool, that's the one I was looking for. So this line, I want to make it construction line, exit, okay, and then pad it in the other direction up to that plane, to this plane, and then say okay. And then I'm going to mirror that respect to this line. So mirror, we said this, mirror this with respect to that, and we say okay. Good. So that's the outer one. Now I'm going to do exactly the same thing for the next body. So insert body and do exactly the same thing. So let me see what I did there. On that plane, I sketched. Okay. What I can do is to make my job easier, I can project these lines. So projection, we take these things out. There's the project. I'm going to project this line and that curve and that curve and this curve. Say, okay, if I hide this, I see what you have done, what I have done right there. And then I will do the rest of this. It is possible to offset these things, but I'm not going to do that. I'll do it again. So we'll fix the dimensions in a minute. Okay. And we can check, for example, if I take this thing and move it down, you can see that it's symmetrically going to move. Now we put the dimensions. This one was 23. This is 23. I don't have to do anything. This one is 15, right? Let me see for a second. Yeah, that's 15. Okay, so let's go back here. That dimension is going to be 15. All right, exit. Let's bring this guy so that we can see it. There we are. And then we pad that fellow in both direction, but by the amount, and that amount is based on this drawing is 23. 23 in each direction, 46 altogether. So go back here. So 23 in each directions. And there we are. And then we do the rest of this, hide this. And on that face, I'm going to sketch. Remember how I sketched, I projected that guy to help me make the circle. Okay, so let me do the half a circle. This is the center, starts from up there, goes here, and I can close this thing now. Okay. And this I have to turn in construction. Where is that? Right there. And exit and pad it in the other direction to the plane, up to the plane. Which plane? This plane. Okay. And then I'm going to mirror this pad with respect to that vertical plane. So there we are. So if you show both of them, there we are. That's it. Now the third one, insert another body. That's body 4. That's going to be my cylinder. So on that vertical plane, I will sketch. I don't know, sketch a circle, full circle, like so. The diameter of it is, if I'm not mistaken, let's check this. The diameter is 20. This is the whole 20. See for a second. Yep, 20. Okay, so go here, we make that 20, and then we say okay. Exit, and once again we pad it, mirror extent. Let's make it longer so that we can see it better. There we are. Good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these and paste them with a link, special paste. So copy this and import body, special paste as a result with a link. Okay. Copy this. In the part body, paste special as a result with a link. And finally, the last one, copy paste special as a result with a link. Good. Okay. Now, we're going to do Boolean operation. And what does that mean? First of all, I'm not going to fool around with these 2, 3, and 4. I'm just going to fool around with 4, 5, and 6. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, add body 5 to body 6 to body 5. So you go to add body 6 to body 5, and then say okay. Notice that body 6 is gone because it's added to body 5. It's right here. Okay. Now, I want to take body 7 and remove it from body 5. So this is remove 7 from 5, which is automatically selected. There we are. Now, if you hide 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 4, these are the original thing. If you hide it, there's your final product. Now, why did I do this thing special page? Suppose I want to make this radius of this hole bigger. So if I go to body 4, that was the basically that cylinder. If you go there and I change that, let me show it first. This will show this so that I can see the. Let's say that I want to make this actually smaller. How about making it smaller? Maybe 5. Exit. There we are. And if I hide body 4, you see, as a result with the link, you make your changes here and everything's going to get reflected there. So let's do another one. Suppose I want to make this let's say the inside pad. Remember I padded this thing smaller. What was the inside? That was the body 3, right? You go to body 3. This was the pad. Suppose I make this thing 15. Here we are. See this? You change the stuff here, and the result appeared in your. Because there is a link there, the result appeared in the final product. Let's make the hole bigger. Where was the hole? It was in body 4, right? Let me show it so I can see my dimensions. Diameter, I make it maybe 25 and take it all the way to the top. 25. Exit. Let me hide that. Oh, well, sorry, this was the hole, right? Hide that right there. Okay. And suppose I want to make the pad here all the way to the top. So we go to where is that? That was body 3, this pad. Suppose I make this thing 25. See, there we are, because it gets absorbed, right? It gets absorbed to the other piece. So let me make this thing maybe 15, maybe 20. There we are. All right. So look, there are many ways of doing it. If you had done this problem any other way, and I told you, okay, let's go and make this thing smaller, and you did it with uh, not sitting there for hours trying to figure out how it's going to be acceptable. But this business of copy and special paste will keep the original 3 bodies intact, and then the final product is going to change. Yeah, that's it.